My June golf tip is something that all of us look for, and that is more power. And I'm going to show you two things that you can do without really doing a major overhaul of your golf swing that can help you produce more power. What I commonly see when I'm looking at people who don't hit the ball very far is in the address position with the driver, they always tend to have the driver too far back in their stance. So they have the driver back inside the left heel, sometimes even further back than I've got it right here. And what this is going to do is going to produce a slightly downward blow, and it's also going to make you come down a little more steeply on the ball. So, and then the second thing I notice is that as golfers take the club back, they allow this right arm to fold very quickly, and what that does is it makes your backswing very narrow, and so I don't get a lot of width, and when I don't get a lot of width I also don't get a lot of shoulder turn. And so that's a common mistake that I'll see, is allowing that right arm to fold a little bit to now. When I come through, I'm still going to try and do my usual clearing the left side and getting a good release going through, but I have this little device in front of me here, which is the radar, which you can find on my website. This helps me know how far I'm hitting each shot. So when I stand and practice, I use the radar and I'm looking each shot, I'm looking at how far the ball goes. Well, in that particular swing, that ball went, and it gives me only the air time, and the air time went 250 yards. So then I might get about 10 yards of roll, 260, which for me is not very good. So here's what I'd like you to do. In order to get the ball position right, the first thing you're going to do is put your 2 feet together and have the ball just on the edge, the outside edge of your front foot. And then you're going to take that toe and just turn it without moving the heel. Now I'm going to put my right foot there. So now my ball position is on the instep of that front foot. That's very important in terms of what we're going to do here with the launch angle. Now when I go back, I want to go back and not allow this right arm to fold. I want to try and get this right arm as wide. So a little pre-shot routine would be, and you'll see guys like Mike Weir and Chris DeMarco doing this sometimes. You want to have that nice as a pre-shot routine. Feel the width in your swing there. Now when I go ahead and hit, so when I get there, that arm is straight, gives me much more width, better shoulder turn. Now I can start again. I start my downswing. When I start my downswing with my left side, I'm going to get a lot of lag. So when I come into the ball, now that launch angle, the launch angle should be around 14 degrees is the ideal. And if you go into one of these golf superstores and where they have a launch monitor, you can hit shots and see, but you want to get a good launch angle there, and that teeing the ball up forward like that helps. And then obviously finishing all the way through in your swing and not stopping helps, but if you're creating the speed, that momentum should take you right through. Okay, here it is from the rear, just to give you an idea. When I go back, when I get to that position there, my right arm is still straight and hasn't folded. In a previous golf tip, we spoke about the handshake position going back. There's the handshake position right there. And from there, the club will then, work up to the rest of the backswing. What you don't want is, as you go back, you don't want that arm to fold, because there you're starting the backswing with your cocking your wrist with that left hand, and so that arm's going to fold too quickly. And so what you want is you want to pull it back with the right. It's the right shoulder, right hip, right arm pulling, and that gets you into a great position almost every single time. If you tend to start back with the left, that's when you get that position there, and there's where you're going to lose a lot of power. So 2 things to remember: ball position forward, nice wide takeaway, and then give it a rip. There's your pre-shot routine. I hope you enjoyed the tip. I hope you hit the ball 20 yards further. That particular shot there, when I hit it, we registered 290 on the radar, so it went from 250 to 290. That was a 40-yard increase, or in my case a 40-yard decrease if I swung with the wrong ball position and allowing that arm to fold. Enjoy your golf.